so if you just want to go ahead and start with your story, we can just kind of go from there, but just tell us all about Sammy.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm Sammy. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm a double diamond. I'm from California. I've been in this business for about two years. I'm almost at my 2 years. So it's kind of crazy to think about. But before this business, I was like in my career as a restaurant manager. I was working 11 hours a day, 6 days a week. It was gosh awful, literally so awful. And I just hated it. I missed all holidays. Running a restaurant is so hard, especially in California. Volume is so high, so it's very demanding. And I just wanted no part of it anymore. I thought that was what I was going to do for the rest of my life. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm sitting outside. But I saw this girl posting on social media and I was like, what does she do? She's always in her car. Her closet is like in the back of her big Tahoe. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's Shay. And I'm like, she's 21. She makes the same amount of money as I'm making, except she's outside and I'm confined to four walls. So I reached out to her and I wanted to know everything about what she was doing. She told me. I blocked her. And I think this is the weirdest part of my story, that I did block her for a good like 2.5 weeks because I couldn't believe that someone could be making that kind of money from their cell phone. It just didn't like it. I just couldn't fathom it. So I kept thinking about her from time to time, and I was like, I wonder where she's going now while I'm sitting in my office. So I unblocked her. I went and I messaged her and I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'll try it. Like, let's give it a whirl. So I joined in August. August of 2018. And I kind of just hit the ground running. I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to try it and go for it. What have I got to lose? So I wanted to replace my student loan payment, which was $400. And I was like, if I can just pay off that, like I'll be set. So I started in, I went Ruby my first month in. I went Emerald my third month in. And then my 5th month, I went Diamond. And when I went Diamond, you guys, I was like, okay, hold on. My first check was $27, okay? And I will tell you guys, I was making like good money in California, but making $27 from your phone was so cool. I don't know, like, don't tell me otherwise, because I don't know, like, I don't know what games you're playing. Candy Crush isn't paying you. Like, so, I was like, if I can do this with my cell phone while I'm at work, like this could probably work. So I was just all in, and I was like, you have nothing to lose. So I replaced my income, quit my job, and I've been a stay-at-home dog mom ever since. I literally love this life so much because it just gives me the freedom, and kind of like from the graphic, like I'm always on the go. I'm sitting outside right now at my grandfather's house. I'm never home. And so there's nothing else that I could do that would give me this freedom. And that's what I love about this business. And like the money is cool, but the freedom, you guys, is unreal. And that's kind of just like one of the things that I really want to talk to you guys about today. But do you want me to just like go into their questions?
I actually do have a question for you, but yeah, that's totally fine. You can just take full reins. But I don't know if this like changes anything, but when did you like retire from corporate America? Like, were you Diamond, or was there like a certain point in your business where that like kicked in for you, I guess?
Yeah. Okay. So when I was working my corporate job, I was pretty good at saving. I'm also a really good spender. So I was making good money. So I was just like able to save some money. And when I went Diamond, I was like, that's it. I'm out. So I went Diamond. I had been saving like the whole time since I had going Diamond. So I was like, okay, we can do this. I also live in California, so it's super expensive out here, you guys. So like Diamond in other states is like, you're rich. Diamond here is like, maybe we live in a cardboard box. So you have to make sure that you have like enough money saved up. Like, don't just join this business, quit on a whim, and like, okay, we're doing it. I'm like, get a plan, because you can do both. So yeah, I kind of did that. And then the crazy thing is that, I don't know, it's kind of unreal because you can make money in like so many different ways in this business. So it's like not just your paycheck. It was also like sample coffee cash. I make like $700 a month in just coffee cash, like just from sending out samples. So that kind of had like another part to it too. So it allowed me to get out of there faster, but I just wanted no part of it. I was like, once I got a taste of what this business could do for you, I did not want to work for anyone else ever again. ever again.
I feel that. I was the same way. I remember like I think I was whenever I went Emerald and I saw like a 4-figure paycheck, insert income disclosure statement here. And I was like, what? And I was like, I'm rich. And so I was like,
Rich.
yeah, I was like, I'm getting the heck out of this place. So that's so funny. Okay, so just another question before you dive into everything, which I guess you're probably gonna talk about this as well, but like how did you manage like doing this and working a job? Because like I don't know. I mean, I kind of was a restaurant manager and then I left that job and then I sold lumber at Lowe's, which no one knows about because I never talk about it. And then I went
Sell
to
me
go,
supplies to build my house.
literally. And then I went to go work at a car dealership. So like it was crazy. So how did you just like kind of manage all of that? Because I do know a lot of us work from home, but there are also people that have jobs too. So how did you go all about that?
Okay, that's a really good question, especially because a lot of people see like what we do now and they're like, oh, well, yeah, she's successful. She has all this time. But that's a good point because when I started this business, like I said, I was working 11 hours a day, you guys, 6 days a week. That's unreal. Okay. And then I'm in California. So we live like 45 minutes from where we work. Our commutes are terrible. Traffic is garbage. So I'm gone like 14 hours a day just with my commute to work, being at work. And so what I would do is I would literally hide in the bathroom. Okay. Like my staff probably thought like this chick has some issues, like she's paying way too much. But I would literally go to the bathroom, I would hide in the bathroom and I would send messages out for like a good 3 minutes. And then I would go back to work. And then when I come back in, I like would take my break. And while I'm eating lunch, I'm working. That whole 30 minutes of my break, I'm working. And I take 2:30s. So during both of those 2:30s, I was working because you have to be so committed. And that's like one of the things that's really hard for me because I'm like fun all the time. Like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to work. And so that's one of the hardest things that you have to just be so committed. And I just like to tell people, like, you're never going to be motivated to do it. And I think like motivation is kind of like a load of crap. Sorry, but it is because you don't ever wake up like, oh, I can't wait to work today. Oh my God, let me send 90,000 messages. Love this life. Like, that's not it. Like, what you love is the fact that sending those messages puts commas in your bank accounts. Okay, that's the part that you love. It's not the messages, let me tell you. So you have to be disciplined. Like, and that's one of the things. Like, I was so committed to getting out of that place once I got a taste of what this business could do for me, that every second I got, I was working. As soon as I got home, I was working. Was I exhausted? Absolutely. Did I lose sleep for a little bit? Of course. Like there were nights when I would get off of work for my 11-hour shift and then go work for an hour, 2 hours in my business because that was going to take me out of that situation. And that to me was like a short-term sacrifice because now I literally do whatever I want all day long. And I would do like what I did before 100 times again to get this freedom over and over and over again. So it's just about being disciplined and getting the things done. Stop making excuses.
No, I love that so much. And like, it's seriously just like so true. And I guess that kind of goes into like my next question. I guess I don't mean to like take it over, but it's fine.
No, this helps me because I'm like, bleh, so.
Girl, I could literally talk for hours. So I was like, I know my team doesn't want to hear my voice because they hear it every freaking day. So
no, this is great.
But going off of that, like, how do you have fun with your business? Because like, I'm the type of person that like, I want like a dark room and like silence and like no one else around me. So, and like I know like some people, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So like how do you just like make this business fun? Because staring at your phone screen all day can be kind of boring. So how do you like make it fun basically?
Okay, so I don't like to sit down at my desk and get all my work done in like a period of time. It's really hard for me to do that because one, I'm like Netflix is around the corner. Two, my fridge is right there and I can make French fries. So it's really hard for me to focus. So what I do is honestly, like Kenneth's probably on here, but we work like together a lot. And I have to be around people who want the same things as me. And so it's really important, like, especially for how I work. And I mean, she's very similar in the way we both are too. Like we need to like be in each other's space to get things done. And sometimes it takes longer than it should. Like our power hour usually takes like 3 hours because we're like talking or shopping online because COVID sucks and TJ Maxx is closed. So Amazon's been my best friend, but I work with people. And so that helps me so much. Another thing that's really helpful, I'm going to show you guys. I do these power hours by time. So I give this to my girls, but it's kind of like based off of time segment. So it's like message for 5 minutes, interact for 5 minutes, whatever it is, whatever the task is. I like to highlight things off, like not because writing lists is fun. I literally just like to color, like highlight. So if I can cross something off with a highlighter, excellent. So that's why I love things like this, because I'm like, okay, interact for 5 minutes, perfect, done. And then that's how I kind of get through things and stay structured throughout the day, because I know, when you go through that day and you're like, okay, well, I haven't worked my business today. And then you're like, okay, I said that an hour ago, I still haven't worked my business today. And I know you guys all know what I'm talking about. Everyone's like, okay, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to get things done. And then tomorrow comes and you're like, it's 12:45 and I haven't done anything. I need to post. I need to take a picture. I need to do this. And it's like, just do with the things, because you're spending more time like nagging yourself about doing them than it is where you just went outside, put some sunglasses on, snap a picture and post it. Like, it's that simple, and we make things so complicated. So I just really have to remind myself to stay like disciplined and just be like, okay, let's go. And I use the 5-second rule. So if you guys have never read that book, it's called the 5-second rule. I think it's by Mel Robbins, I want to say. But it's really good. And it basically just teaches you how to change the way your brain works. And instead, when you're laying in bed and your alarm goes off and you hit snooze and you're like, okay, I'm just going to snooze again. And then the alarm goes off again, you hit snooze again. It's trying to break that habit, because I will literally, my alarm will go off at 9 a.m, you guys, and you won't catch me out of bed till like 2:30. Okay. So we've been snoozing the whole day. So this kind of teaches you how to be a little bit more diligent. It teaches you how to count backwards from 5. So like you literally like, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have no choice. Get up. And it switches that, like, I don't know what it does, but it just switches this part of your brain that just gets you moving and gets you going. And that will help you stay so focused. Like, all right, I'm going to send those 15 messages. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Send them. It takes like 3 minutes. It'll blow you away how fast you can get your work done with this business if you stay like diligent and just do it. So that helps me a ton.
No, I love that. And I love what you said about the checklist, because I like checklists simply because I like crossing stuff out. Like if I had a color on it, it could not matter. And I was like, that's actually so funny, because like basically everything is black because I like hate color. It's fine. But yeah, so I guess kind of like tying all of that together, like I know you kind of talked about this, but like how do you stay disciplined? Because like, I mean, there are times, like kind of you said, like I don't think motivation's a real thing. So it's like, how do you like not work the business purely based off of a feeling like I don't feel like it, and just get it done essentially?
Yeah, okay, so this one's really good, because how I stay like disciplined with wanting to work is I know that if I don't do this, I know what I'm going back to. I know that if I don't do this, I'm going to have to go back to running a restaurant. I know that if I don't do this, I'm going to have to go back to school to pursue some new trade. I know that if I don't do this, I'm going to have to go work a regular job and work 8 hours a day. If I don't do this, I'm going back to let someone else determine how much money I'm going to make and what's in my bank account. And I know that that's not something that I want to do, because I know what this business can do for you, you guys, and you cannot make this kind of income anywhere else. One, being a woman, you can't, okay? Corporate America, been there, done that, so much fun, don't recommend, okay? Because being a woman and getting up to the top in corporate America is so hard, so hard. And I worked for corporate for years before running a restaurant. And I know I look like I'm 12, but I'm almost 30, so I have a lot of like life experience in that. So, it's just about knowing why you're doing this business. Why does this mean so much to you? And it's not about like, shut up, shy, over you.
No, hang on. I literally, how old are you? Because I did not know you're 28?
Yeah.
Don't we know you're like 24? It's fine. You were like, I'm almost 30.
I know. I get carded like at the movie theater. I'm like, I don't even look 18. Cool.
Like, yeah, me too. I'm almost 30 and I'm turning 22 in a couple months. It's fine. Like, what the heck? Okay, sorry. Go on.
No, you're good. You're good. But you just have to keep remembering, you guys, like why you're doing this business. You know, you may not know where you're going, because when I first got started, I had no idea that I was going to go diamond. I had no idea that I was going to go double diamond. Like I had no idea that I was going to earn the bonuses that I've earned. I joined to pay off my student loan. Like I wanted to pay $400 a month, but I knew that if I could do this business, I could leave what I was currently doing. And I didn't want to do that ever again. I never, ever, ever want to miss out on holidays, miss out on like family events, you know, have to ask for time off, have to feel pressure to go into work when I feel like garbage and I feel sick. And you're like trying to determine like, do I wake up and go to work or do I like stay home and hope I don't lose my job? Like, I don't ever want to feel that again. So that keeps me motivated to keep doing the things that I don't want to do, because it gives me this freedom that I have. And that's what's worth it.
No, I love that so much. Cause I remember like after I went triple, like I kind of hit this spot of like, I don't really know what I want, because I'm already living a life like way better than I ever thought I was going to. And so I would always go to Shay and I'm like, how do I like keep going? And she was like, well, what do you not want? And I was like, well, I don't want to be broke. And so she was like, okay.
That part.
Yeah. And she was like, okay. And she was like, so like keep going. And I was like, oh, okay. And so it's like, you know, it's fine. But yeah, because like I know like some people, they're like, well, it scares me. I'm like, yeah, it does. Like it is scary. Yeah, like it is scary to think about. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, like why would I want to go back to that? Like I literally can lay in my PJs all day with my cat or with my dog and you know, and I'm like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like half the time I don't even have pants on. It's not like working from home.
Exactly.
It's just like, yeah. And like what Danny said, like choose your hard. Like I know I preach this to my team all the time, but like that's in like where I charge my phone, that I have a sticky note right above my phone that says choose your hard. Because it's like, if I can get out of bed and work this business and do all the things, or I can lay in bed and not work my business and then have to get out of bed to go to a job. And I don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm trying to think. So if you just want to go into like enrolling tips, I guess, because I know you're like a freaking queen, just give us all the goodies.
Okay. Do you like distributor or like customer?
Do a little bit of both, because I mean I know for my team, like I feel like everyone is, but like we're super DT focused right now, and I even have like a distributor giveaway going on in my team. But obviously we're pushing for huge goals, like our team's pushing for presidential, so we definitely want to hit
yes queen. Okay, so I have a question for you guys, and drop it in the chat. So I want to know one of two things. Drop a 1 if you feel like you're doing all the things. You're messaging, you're posting, you're sharing on your stories, and you're still not signing distributors. And then drop a 2 if you're not signing distributors, but you're also not posting, not doing the things, not putting stuff on your stories. And be honest, because I can't help you if you're not honest. Okay, so I'm seeing a poop ton of 1s. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to be really quick. If you're dropping a 1, you guys have better be doing your 6 list every single day. If you dropped a 1, it better be done. No questions asked, no excuses. That's that. Because if you're doing that consistently, the enrollments will absolutely come. So the only thing that's stopping you from enrolling, if you are doing all of those things, is a belief problem. You don't believe it yet. You don't believe that you're capable of being a leader. You don't believe that you're capable of signing distributors. And I know this is so hard for people, especially if you just started. It's so hard and intimidating to think like, oh my God, like I just joined. I don't even know how to lead myself. How am I supposed to enroll distributors? Like drop a 1 if you feel like that. Okay, that's a huge thing, and we all go through it, but there's this crazy thing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of The Secret or like law of attraction, but I 100% believe in it, and what you speak about, you bring about, because when you're talking to yourself, your words are so powerful. So if you're constantly saying like, I don't know if I can enroll distributors, I don't know if I can do this month, like I really want to, but I don't know if I can, your brain doesn't know emotion, it only knows what it hears. So you saying those things is telling your brain to believe that you are incapable of doing those things. So what I want to challenge you guys to do is write it everywhere. Put sticky notes everywhere, journal every single morning. And I want you to write down, like, I am a mass distributor enroller. I'm going to enroll 10 distributors this month, whatever number you want, whatever you have. If you're going Ruby, you need 3. So if you're going Ruby, you need to enroll 3 distributors. If you're going Emerald, math, 6, 8, 9, maybe, maybe. But either way, you need to double your Ruby chart to go Emerald. Let's go with that. So if you believe, you will achieve it. I truly believe that. I truly 100% believe that. So you need to start speaking it over yourself. Start talking yourself up in the mirror. I was not really a huge confident person until I started talking to myself. This might sound crazy. You're going to think I'm loony, but I'm not joking with you. Like, do you ever go look in the mirror and you're like, dang, girl, you look good today. Like, you look good. Okay. You have a good day because you hype yourself up and you're feeling it. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the same thing with distributors. If you're like, dang, girl, you're all the distributors. They flock to you. They come to me. They love being on my team. I'm the best leader they're ever going to have. Even if you might not be the best leader yet, okay, you're going to tell yourself that because it's going to help you become that leader, because confidence is a huge part of it. If you feel capable that you can lead other people, you will just do, because this business is 80% mindset, 20% work. And I'm going to say that again, okay? It's 80% mindset, 20% work. So if you're doing 19 hours of work, you better be doing a whole nother 48 hours of mindset to match that work, because it doesn't matter how much work you do if you don't even think it's going to work. You might as well put the phone down, because you're hurting your business if you don't think that you're going to do this. If you wake up and you're like, I might enroll some customers today, don't send a message, because you're not going to enroll customers. So you need to get your head straight first. And if that's not where it's at, you need to do some personal development. A couple of recommendations is, like, You Are a Badass. If you guys are super fresh to this biz, You Are a Badass is an amazing book. And if you don't do anything else, read that book before you do anything else. Because if you're going to do the work without having the right headspace, you're just wasting your time. And I know that's so hard to believe, but it is. You're wasting your time. So you just have to believe in yourself first. I don't know, Amberly, but I can find out and then I'll message it to you. I know it's a Target.
Like Vincenchero, I think is what it is. Actually,
that sounds right.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the blue, or the blue. This is literally green. This is the green one.
No, it's green.
Gosh, it's like You Are a Badass at Making Money. Yeah, Jen Sincero. The yellow one is You Are a Badass, and then Jennifer can correct me because she's super big fan of these. I think the blue one is You Are a Badass Every Day or something like that. But I recommend personally start with the yellow one, then go to the green one, and then go to the blue one. And you might as well just go ambassador while you're at it. So yeah.
If you read those 3 books, guys, you will go ambassador. So go get those 3 books, because get your head straight, because that's all it takes. There's no difference or magical unicorns in this business. There's no reason why Shy's where she's at, Danny's where she's at, Kenna where she's at, I'm out where I'm at. We're all so different. We all learn different. We all work different. We all think differently. The only difference is we did not quit. So that brings me to another thing, okay? I hate hearing this, so don't come for me with this. But if you tell me, like, Sam, I've been doing this for a week and a half and it's just not working out for me. Okay, sis, it took you longer to ride a bike. It took you longer to tie your shoelaces when you were 3. It took you longer to learn how to walk. So I would hope that you put more time into this business, because it is a business, you guys. Like, if you think about it, think about your education, like K through 12 years it took for us to learn algebra. Like, holy cow, okay? None of us use it anymore. Also, I'd like to add that. But we committed to that for 12 years. So if you can do that, you guys, you can work this business at least for 6 months, at least for a year. Because what happens if you work this business for an entire year? And let me ask you this. I want you guys to tell me in the chat if you think yes or no. But let's say you work this business for a whole year, okay? The first 10 months of working this business is slower than a snail, okay? You feel like you're not getting anywhere. You feel like you're not enrolling. You feel like you're not promoting as fast as you want to. You feel like you're not making the money as much as you want to. But then on the 12th month, you go double diamond. Would that be worth it? Drop a 1 for yes. Here's the thing, guys, like you guys are giving up too early. And that's the thing where people don't make it in this business. They quit too soon because it didn't take off. Everyone's like, is this business a scam? And then we're like, no, of course not. It's legal. And then they're like, well, it's not a get rich quick scheme, so I'm out. I'm like, bro, you didn't want a scam. Like, what do you want? You know, you're either going to work or you're not. So you have to make that decision, you know, is it going to be worth it? If you promote one promotion a year, it takes you 5 years to go ambassador. Is that worth it? In 5 years, you work this business and you're making, insert income disclosure, like $30,000 a month. Is that worth it, you guys? Like, I'm sure you guys have done things longer for 5 years. Some of you are probably working jobs on your second year, your third year, and you guys have had like maybe $1 raise, $1.50 raise. What if it took you 5 years to go ambassador? Like, it's freaking worth it. I will tell you that, because you're not going to make that money anywhere else. And this job is not hard. It's not hard. Have a dang 6 list. I don't have to put a uniform on. I don't have to drive to work. I don't have to listen to a boss harping at me. I don't have to get yelled at. Like, I get to eat whenever I want to eat, okay? I don't have to ask to take a lunch break. Like, what? It just blows my mind, you know? So just be committed, give it time, because this business does take time and it will explode, but you have got to believe in yourself first. And so if your head's not there, get your head there first and then work your business, because it doesn't work any other way.
I freaking love that. That was seriously so good. Also, because I'm green, I had to go look at this. Sorry. I just wanted to go see how long it actually takes, like the average to go ambassador. So on our income disclosure statement, it's on there. You can go fact check me. It takes on the little thing, the average month, or that was the low. The low months that it takes, so basically the fastest that someone's ever, or that, like I can't speak. The low month, which means the fastest ever gone ambassador, was 2.5 years. 2.5 years, you guys. My longest relationship wasn't even that long.
I've had laundry piles longer than that, you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, exactly. And I cannot speak English. The average is 4 years. So like literally 4 years. And like the thing for even just like this, I don't mean to be conceited, but like my 3 years is in October. So I don't mean to like, it's all about me even, no, but I'm just saying like my 3 years is in October. And it's like, even if it took me 6 more years to go presidential or to go ambassador, I'm still making triple diamond money. And so it's just like, who cares if it's literally 1 rank a year? And then the highest is 8 years for ambassador. But I mean, still, you guys, in 8 years, I'm going to be 29, making $30,000 a month. I'm going to be like triple black diamond by that time, actually. But it's okay. But you know what I'm saying. But it's like crazy to me to think about. And that was something I literally was talking to Danny about today, and I started crying. So I'm not going to talk about it. No, I'm not about to make me cry. But it was crazy. And I was just like, that is freaking insane. So yes, thank you. I love that. I'm trying to think. I don't think I had any more questions for you. So if you have anything else to say, or if anyone, guys, put your questions in the chat while we have Sam here. So whatever you want to leave us with. That car was really loud.
That was like this little baby rocket motorcycle. Like, what?
So yeah, if you have any like last minute tips or things you want to talk about, oh, I think it was customers. Did we talk about customers?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, do customers.
Okay, really quick. So everyone on here, what do you guys do? Are you guys students? Do you work part-time? Like, how young are you guys? I feel like a grandmother. So like, where's everyone at in their life? Student. Just quit my job. Go girl. Cat mom, I hate you, Shy. Oh my god. Bye, Brittany. She's actually my age, so we're grandmas on this. Okay, perfect. So I just kind of want to know like what you guys have going on in your lives. But customers. Okay, so who on here does host to post? Drop a 2 if you do some host to post. Okay, drop a 3 if you love Host to Post. Drop a 4 if you struggle with Host to Post. Okay, perfect. So I want to talk to the 4s for a second. So with Host to Post, the one thing that I would recommend is consistency and just keep going. Because Host to Post are a tricky little thing. They're like little leeches that you just can't get off of the body. So with Host to Post, they reward you if you're consistent. So if you're working your business Monday and you get 15 Host to Post up on Monday, but Tuesday through Sunday you get 0, your Facebook's gonna hate you because algorithm is our worst enemy. It's trying to like kill our business, but the Lord's like, stop. So you want to make sure that like if you're doing Host to Post like that, try to do a couple a day, because if you're only gonna get 15 up in general, space it out. You know, it's not so much about going so hardcore on that single day. Like set a goal and get maybe like 5 Host to Posts up a day, but be consistent. Because if you can get 5 Monday, 5 Tuesday, 5, you know, keep going that way, that's 35 Host to Posts a week. That's way more than the initial 15 that you did on Monday. And you probably felt burnt out Monday too. So that's probably why you stopped and didn't continue with Tuesday through Sunday. And then another thing with Host to Post, tracking is so important. You have to make sure that you're writing down like who's posting for you, who says they're going to post for you. I wish I had my notebook and I don't think it has anything in here, but a good way that I've been doing it is if they are going to post for you. Yes, Kenna, can you highlight Kenna for a second so she can show everyone that really quick?
Doing it right now. That Host to Post tracker is so good. If you guys are in Diamond Tribe, I just posted that as well, but we can share it in all the chat.
So good.
That one's so freaking good.
Yes. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to show you that, thank you, really quick, is because what you do with that tracker is if someone says they're going to post for you, you're going to write their name down, even if they have not posted for you yet. And then you're going to write down which posts you give them. So it's super important that even if they say they're going to do it and they haven't done it yet, write the name down, because this is where your job comes in with the follow-up. And if you aren't helping them get it on their wall, that's money out of your pocket. If you aren't helping them like post something, it's not their fault, it's yours. So you want to make sure that if they say they're going to help you, that you follow up with them and get that post up, because you never know, you guys, if that's the one post that is going to explode and you're going to sign like 10 customers from. Because Host to Posts are wild. I don't know how they work or what the heck, like magical unicorn sauce some have and some don't, but some of them you'll get 2 comments, some you'll get like 97 comments, and then you're overwhelmed. So either way, just keep going, because you never know if that one Host to Post that you didn't get up that day was the one that was going to explode for you. And usually when you're at the end of your day where you're kind of like, oh, do I keep going? I'm almost on my 5, but I haven't. That 5th one is the one that's going to explode. So keep going, because it always happens that way. And then that's how I enroll. I want to say like majority of my customers is from Host to Post. So I know they work. Another really good tip too, as I will show you, I've noticed that when I use let me find it in here. Maybe I just sent it to somebody. Hold on.
Also, while she's doing that, I did just put some like Host to Post follow-ups in the comments, and then I accidentally shared my Host to Post reach out message, which is fine. I'm sure you guys use it too, but those are the follow-ups that I use. And I follow up with people twice. So if I had someone that was supposed to do a Host to Post with me yesterday, I'll message them today and then I'll message them tomorrow. And after that second time, I'm sorry, they're not interested. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. If it was a customer or a PDT, that's a different story. They'll before I stop messaging them. But with Host to Post, I'm like, dude, you don't want to entry into a Yeti giveaway, $100, whatever the heck it is. You're stupid. So, just saying.
I love it. Okay, I will tell you guys, this has been working drastically for me. And I'll send Shy all the scripts that I use for it too. But I sign high BV customers with this Host to Post. So I used to do TFX, like I used to blow up TFX. I stopped doing that. I don't know why. I just randomly one day switched to coffee, and this is exploding. So I use a picture like this, and I'll send it to Shai so you guys can copy it. But it's super simple, and why I put it on a colored background is so that Facebook cannot read it, because that's how you avoid the algorithm. Because what happens is when Facebook thinks you're like spamming or you're a robot, where it's sending like so many of the same text over and over again, that's where it thinks you're not a real person and things get weird. So why I put it on this picture is because it's an actual picture, not words typed. And it just talks about like, hey, my friend Sammy's looking for product touches for a brand new weight loss coffee. Do you like roasted brew, salted caramel mocha flavor? Who do I know that drinks coffee and wants to get skinny doing so? Okay, so I use that. Hostbros has been exploding for me and my team. And what I then go into is just talking about like either the skinny brew or the keto coffee. And I always upsell. If you guys are not upselling, like do the things. I know you've gone like out to In-N-Out and they're like, oh, I don't know if you guys have In-N-Out. That's a weird one. Okay, let's say McDonald's. I know you guys go to McDonald's and you order something and they're like, do you want to add like an apple pie? And you're like, no. Like the lady didn't get butthurt that you didn't order her apple pie, okay? So it's your job to ask for the upsell because it's natural. Everybody does it. I love Jen. She said, I'll order it. See, it gets Jen. So you guys need to upsell because it gets people, okay? But honestly, so I start with coffee. I then upsell greens and cleanse, okay? It's like a full triple threat they didn't even know they were signing up for, but like they signed up for it because it sounded so good, and I let them know the importance of what all of the products together do. So that's another thing too. That's just how I send my customers. And then the second way is stories. I'm a product of the product. Every morning I'm on my story posting about celery. I'm like taking my celery shot, semi-gagging, trying not to spit it up. I'm not gonna lie, it tastes like garbage. I literally like will have to pause for a sec. Sorry, I will literally have to pause for a sec because I have like a moment of like, oh my God, I'm not gonna swallow this. And then I end up swallowing it. But you guys, you just have to like show people that you're real. I tell them, I'm like, guys, this tastes like garbage trash, okay? Garbage trash. But you will feel like Beyonce. So you need this, okay? And you just need to be real. If you guys can show like what the product does for them emotionally, that's what matters, because no one cares. Like, hey guys, this is my skinny brew. It has nootropics, it burns fat, it's super good, really good for brain stimulation, cool, balances pH levels. No one cares. But if you're like, guys, you need this if you wake up hangrier than a monster because you haven't had your food, you literally have no energy at the end of the day, your kids are driving you crazy by 3 p.m. and you feel like you cannot get through cleaning your entire house, you need this. That's what sells stuff. It's like the feeling. So now when that person goes to clean her house and she's like, oh my God, I can't get through this, she's like, oh, I need Sam's coffee. That's what it does. And people message me all the time and they're like, okay, what's that stuff you're drinking that's going to help me deal with my kids today? I kid you not, a mom texted me that the other day because that's what I said in my story. So if you guys can do things like that to where it creates like why people would need it, you will sell stuff from talking about it.
Yes, I love that so much. That was one thing that I can't remember what Zoom we were on, but it was some Zoom, and it was what Kyler at Pentecost was talking about. He was like, if I can talk about what the product does for me, and he was like, it may not work that way for everyone else. He was like, but if I can say like, it makes me feel like a freaking queen. It's not what he said. I'm just thinking of something, but you know what I mean? Like if it can make me feel good, like people are going to want it. Like I'm the same way. Whenever I talk about my celery, you guys, I've been drinking it, I think for over a year now. I don't know why. About 6 months in, I literally almost vomit every single time. And I used to just be able to drink it. And now I'm like, oh God, and it's so bad. It's like I literally had to stop recording my face because I literally vomited recording one time. It was tragic. It was so bad. It was so TMI, but it's fine. We're all girls here. Or maybe not. But
no, I literally drooled on mine this morning. I was like, oh, drool.
Oh my God, I would have died. But it's like that. Like people know you're a real human, okay? And like if you tell them like, guys, it's dragon juice. It's nasty. But like you are gonna feel so freaking good. You guys, I haven't been bloated in like 8 months. What is life? You know, like it's so crazy. But I mean, this is not a celery infomercial, but if you can just tell people about like what it does for you and how it makes you feel, that is the biggest freaking thing. And like literally being a product of the product. And I know Sammy is always on her story talking about them. So love that so freaking much. Also, don't be afraid to try the celery, you guys. It's a really good product. Okay. Don't mean to terrify you because, you know, but it's a really good product. Just had to throw that out there. But did you have anything else that you wanted to share with us, Sam?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Okay, awesome.
Other than to just do the things, people, because it's worth it. I promise you it's worth it, because this residual income is unreal, you guys, because you never know what's going to happen in your life. Like, June was terrible for me, okay? I will be 100% honest with you guys. It was a horrible month. Like, so many things happened in my personal life, and it was, like, just the most overwhelming thing. And we got prelims today, you guys, and my check increased. Okay, so you never know what you're going to go through and when this business is going to come in handy for you guys, because you can't predict what's going to happen in life, and residual income is no joke. You know, you take off work, you don't get paid for it. Fortunately with this, you have a bad week, pull it together, and it's still going to reward you for it. So you need to just stay focused and do the things, because it's so worth it. And I want to travel everywhere, you guys, and I want you guys to come with me and I want to sit on a beach in Greece, and I know you guys need to go triple. So, okay.
Yes, love it so freaking much. I'm also coming to almost to Florida, but you definitely live in California, other side of the world. But definitely coming to California because I still have never been to Disney, and you go like every day. So yeah, that's a whole different story. McKenna's like looking up the camera.
Kenna's face just totally just you. She's like, excuse me?
I know, I'm sorry, but it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording.